Yeah, my name is Blessing, and you're welcome to my Blessedom TV. So, yeah, you're welcome to subscribe, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, support this channel however you will. So, I wanted to talk about Chidimma Ojukwu and what is going on. So, when this news of this Chidimma Ojukwu broke out, I didn't have the time to come online and give a commentary. So there were so many stories that was going on. I think she came two times and she gave two different variations of the same story. And she said she did like this, she did like this. So when they checked the autopsy, they saw that it was at variance with what she first said, that she stabbed him once here and then she stabbed him the other side, something like that. But when they checked again, they now found out that you say you stabbed him here, but this man has multiple wounds all over his body, because she made it look in the first instance like it was a self-defense something. And so when they checked the man, he has so many injuries that even the neck, the vertebrae here is completely, you know and they are like, okay, you just said, you wanted to have his way with you, you did not want that, and that kind of a thing. So the girl was saying different things that was not corresponding with the evidence that they got through the autopsy. And the story she told didn't gel, that he just came, blah blah blah. They found out that this girl like kind of premeditated the whole thing. She went to register in that Airbnb. She used foreign number, like she has an app that generates foreign number. So she did all this thing, and she kind of went there and made all the preparation, and even made order for the substances that they took. And like, she was always the person that came there 2 days before and made all the preparation. But the first instance, she was just giving the information as if they just met and she went there, and she said she took his money. But later they found out that this man has a very big account, or a business account with a lot of money, and they were trying to have access to that money, but they couldn't get hold of that money because it was in a kind of account where you are not supposed to release it to any of the members of the ownership of that money. Instead, it's like a signed deal that when all this requirement is fulfilled, then they will come together and agree how the money will be disbursed. So it now turned out that it's looking like, they were trying to get information from the man on how to take that money, that lump sum of huge money. Let's keep in mind that this man we're talking about is a billionaire. Like, he has a lot of money and he's a businessman. He's the CEO of Super TV. And I also learned that this man is an amateur boxer, which means he has a lot of strength, he has a lot of energy. And so the story that Chidimma told initially did not correspond with the autopsy, because they found out that the guy was tied from behind, and like, the kind of things they found is doubting that it's just one person that was able to do that. And I feel like the most interesting thing about this whole thing is this man on the floor, or gone now, he had all these injuries all over his body, but Chidimma doesn't have any dot on her body, nothing. Like, she doesn't have any stain, she's completely okay. So let's assume she came into struggling with this man. Will she be able to subdue this man to the extent that this man will have all these injuries all over his body, and Chidimma will not have even a scratch, abba, even if it is a small child that she was fighting with or dragging with? So there are many elements to this Chidimma saga, and I wanted to point them out from my own observation, what I am looking at. In the wake of Chidimma, first of all, coming public and being shown to the public, there were a lot of defense being made in her, in her favor. A lot of people were looking at, oh, how beautiful she is, how young she is. And so there was that element of, oh, look at this fine girl, look at this young girl, that they should pardon her. These rich people taking advantage of young girls and, making of them whatever they will, giving them substances to, change their personality and all those things. So, in a way, trying to blame the man that has died. So, there was a lot of sympathy for Chidimma. So I'm thinking that it's possible that she's making this change of narration now because there are people who are interested in protecting her, who don't want her to go to jail. And so, because she already capitulated and said, I did it, I'm sorry, please forgive me. If she's going to court, it's just going to go for sentencing. So now they want her to go to the court as not guilty, so that the court will now go through the process to find out guilty if it is possible. So this is one way I'm looking at it. Then another scenario is that, of course, there are people who have interest in this case, and they have, their money is changing hands, and they want to influence the outcome of the case. And so, it's a case of the higher bidder. Like if you have more money, maybe the people that are from Chidimma's side, or the people who want to protest her, and that leads me to the next fact that, some people are saying that, is it possible that Chidimma is just being used as a front, like what they call a fall guy or fall girl, like the person that takes the fall, the bait, for example, like, you want to catch a fish, you have to put something there to put it in the water to catch the fish. So it's like, some people, like, these are the theories that people are thinking about, and everybody is bringing their own opinion. So it's like, is it possible that Chidimma was just the one that was used as a bait and pre-planned this thing, and so that they can take away this man, because this man is a businessman, and who knows what happens to the business people. But I'm thinking that, from my own observation, I'm thinking that it's very possible that Chidimma belongs to a gang. Not that, like, a lot of people are attributing a lot of innocence to her. I don't think so, because I've seen a post where somebody was saying she blackmailed somebody not too far away from now, that she blackmailed somebody, and then the whole thing went to police and it was able to be resolved not so long ago. So on that basis, I'm thinking that it's possible that Chidimma belongs to a gang. And this gang specializes in using young women to get hold of rich, unsuspecting people, and then they will take them to a hotel, or a place like that, and allow the bait, that is the young girl, or the intermediary, to play with them and stuff like that, and put them in a compromising position, and then take all their money from them, do away with them, and throw them away somehow, because so many cases are unresolved, of people who got missing, who were never found, or people who they found their bodies and stuff like that. So this is what I'm thinking, that it is very, very possible that this girl belongs to a gang. And I'm thinking that why he has multiple injuries is because why they are trying to interrogate him to get the information that they want, that information about that account. So they are getting angry, because he's not releasing it, or it's not going through what the information he's giving to them. But his own ordinary account, the normal account, they were able to get the BVN, and they cleared that account, you see. But that other account where the real money is, they are not able to access it. And I'm thinking that in an attempt to get hold of that money, that was when they were doing all those torturing and trying to make him to pass the information. And because it's a secured account for business people, it turned out that when they try to make an attempt and try to make a request and say, let this money, blah, 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 something, make a request to the bank knew immediately that there is somebody there tampering with that account, so they blocked it. So I'm thinking that it was out of anger when the whole thing was blocked that, they had to make away with him completely, very furiously. And then, why you cannot assume that Chidimma, some people are saying that she just walked into the scene, like she didn't play any part, something like that, like she's saying that. It's not true, because she is the one that made the call to the owner of the hotel and told them that they should elongate the stay. So I think that they wanted to evacuate the board or whatever, do whatever they needed to do before, maybe the police will catch them, need some time to pass, so nobody will be able to trace their whereabouts. So I'm just saying this from my own perspective, but there is, for now, no evidence that there is another person there, because they have CCTV in that place, and that CCTV is in the hands of the police. So the police have not been able to, see any other proof that there was another person that came into that room. And the CCTV is showing all the alleys, all the corners of that building. So there's no proof or evidence that another person came into that room other than Chidimma. So and I'm thinking again, another thing that will make her to want to change her story is, sometimes somebody can commit a grievous offense and they will say the person is not in the right frame of mind. The person, they colomenta, something like that. So that's that he cannot be held accountable for what he did or what she did. So I think that's another angle that they want to play. You understand me? So they want to go to that angle and say, you see, she's saying this thing the first time, she said this other thing in the second time, she said this other thing, she made a U-turn, completely different story the third time. That she's not mentally okay, she's not like she has mental health problems, something like that. So she's not culpable to be sentenced or something like that. Like, they are trying to evade prosecution. They don't want her to receive the sentence for what she has done. And I feel like what I said before, maybe there is somebody that is out to protect them. Because when I look at that video and I see Chidimma, like she was able to comb her hair, she like, I mean, I don't know, she was looking good for somebody that is in a Nigerian prison. Like, it doesn't give the idea that this girl is actually suffering for whatever that happened. And let's keep in mind that this person that they did away with is somebody that comes from money. So I'm not thinking that Chidimma that stole from him, and she and whoever is working with her, they stole from this guy. And I don't think that they will have money more than this man and his family to spend, to outspend this family and buy or withhold justice, something like that. So um in the end, it's unfortunate that something like this happened, and it's unfortunate that this man lost his life. It's unfortunate for the family and the children that will never get to see him again. And it's also very, very sad, because we are only going to be doing the investigation and talking about the evidence that is at hand. The man is no more, he can no longer speak for himself. But on the other hand, Chidimma is there changing stories. So we have to wait for the prosecution to start, so that we'll see how they are going to continue with the whole procedure and what will come out of it, if she's going to be exonerated on the grounds that she's mentally unstable, so you cannot hold her responsible for what she has done, or on the grounds that like she said, that she was not there, she just came in, that kind of a thing. So we will see how the whole thing plays out. Yeah, but I don't think Chidimma is how will I put it, innocent. She's not innocent. I very much want to believe that she belonged to a gang. I believe, like, I like to, or I really feel like she belongs to a gang, and I feel that this man is not their first victim, and I think this is something they do, and this is something that they have been doing, and this is why she has all those things available with her. This is why she has the app that generates numbers, like somebody that is based abroad, and that's why she was able to call the Airbnb. She knows about this kind of accommodation, and she's calling them and telling them she came from abroad, that kind of a thing. So I think that it's something that she does for a living, if you may. Or like, they target wealthy men and use beautiful girls as bait and lure them into their den, and that den is going to be something exclusive, like an Airbnb somewhere that is not tagged to any of them, a building that they don't own, nobody, just something like a rented something for a short period of time, so everybody can just run away, give fake name, give fake number, and at the end of the day, if they finish and escape, that will be it. So I think this is what is going on, and it's unfortunate that young people just take life like it means nothing just because of money. And in the first interview, she said she stole money. She said she stole money, and they said they found a lot of money in her account. But she changed the story again. She said that's not true again. So yeah, my people, I just wanted to give my commentary on what I think about the U-turn that Chidimma made, and I'll continue to follow this story and see where it's going and what becomes of it. So for the meantime, I will really appreciate if you like the video, if you subscribe to my channel. So hit the like button, it helps the algorithm. By the grace of God, I will try to come online often more than this. And I will see you very soon in another video. Bye for now.